Hey again, sorry about that. Somebody called me and I guess that stops videos. So my phone is now on airplane mode, which is interesting because it's on airplane mode now, but in real life now, like when you're watching this now, I don't have any cell service because I'm deep into the mountains, having a ton of fun. And I'm just really amazed by all the stalactites. What stinking lights keep turning off? Okay, we're almost done. Let's keep moving. So because the converse of this postulate is also true, the converses of each of these theorems is also true. So for example, let's look at the first one. Alternate interior angles congruent implies that lines are parallel. So alt int angles congruent implies that my transversed lines are parallel. Okay, so let's take a look at an example of how we might see that. I'm looking for a good one. A really good one. Okay, let's do this. Oh, there we go. All right, so so suppose we have a transversal. Here you go. There's a transversal, and we have a couple angles. We know, let's say we know that this angle has a measure of 2x plus 20, and this angle has a measure of 6x. Okay, we're going to be asked again, find the value of x that makes, we'll do r and s this time. Find the value of x, find x, so that r is parallel to s. So when is r parallel to s? Well, r is parallel to s when alternate interior angles are congruent. If alternate interior angles are congruent, then the lines are parallel. So if 2x plus 20 is equal to 6x, then r is parallel to s. So what do we need x to be in order for this to be true? Let's see. 2x, I don't want 2x. Let's subtract 2x from both sides. That gives me 20 equals 4x. So then looks like x equals 5. So let's see how we can conclude that. What is it that allows us to conclude then that r is parallel to s? Well, if x equals 5, then 2x plus 20 is equal to 6x. If 2x plus 20 is equal to 6x, then r is parallel to s because of this diagram and because of this theorem. Can I make a conclusion here? Yeah, this is a syllogism. This statement is true, and this statement is true. This statement is true because of algebra. If we plug it in, we get an identity. This statement is true, well, I guess it's true because of the substitution property of equality. This statement is true because of this theorem. So if this is true and this is true, then if x equals 5, then r is parallel to s. So that's the law of syllogism that we've been talking about. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so I think that's enough. I'd like to give you some time to work on your homework. It's either Thursday or Friday, so maybe you can have enough time to finish it in class. Do me a favor though, copy down the rest of those theorems. You can find them on page 150 of your text. Okay, it's just the inverses of each of those theorems that we've already written about transversals. Okay, and then for your homework, I would like for you to do numbers, let's say 3 through 25 all. So for your homework from section 3-4, numbers 3 through 25 all. Okay, remember, please do me a couple things, a couple favors, a couple solids. First solid is draw the darn diagrams. Okay, when you draw the diagrams, please use a straight edge. Some of you draw very nice straight lines. Others, not so much. So use a straight edge. Second thing I want you to do when you do this homework is justify your statements. Why do I want you to justify your statements? Because this is geometry, and that's what we do in geometry. Lastly, show your work, of course. That should be given. Ooh, not lastly. I say lastly all the time. I think maybe this is actually lastly, though. Check, please, your odd. Check your odds. Okay, by odds, I don't mean probability of winning. I mean solutions. Your probability of winning is very good because you're all very awesome. All right, so as you copy this down, I'm going to draw some stalactites because this is a cave, because I'm in a cave. There's some stalactites. These are stalagmites, right? Stalagmites. Stalagmites have a G in them and they grow on the ground. Stalactites have a C in them and they come from the ceiling. And then this is darkness because the cave is dark. And then also there's a bat in the cave. It's sleeping because bats sleep in caves, and bats that aren't sleeping fly around and eat bugs. So there's a bat in the cave. What else is there in the cave? There's a guy with a flashlight on his hat. And he's got a beard and a mustache. And he's got eyes. And a body. He does have a body. And he's wearing a belt and a backpack. And he has hands. And that's me. Caving in the cave. Alright, so I hope you have had fun this week learning about transversals in my absence. I can't wait to come back and see how it all worked out. We're going to take some time, probably towards the we're going to take some time towards the beginning of the week to take a step back, look at what we've done, make sure everybody's on the same page before moving forward. I won't get back in town until Saturday night, so I probably won't respond to any emails over the weekend. I'll just be hanging out with my family because I will not have seen them for several days. So I'll see you guys on Monday. If not, I'm stuck in a cave somewhere, so come get me.